Hi everyone, I'm really pleased to be able to share with you today my morning energy maintenance routine. This only takes about 10 to 15 minutes and it will really help you to kickstart your day, but more importantly, balance all of your energies, give you clarity of thought, help to detox and release any stagnant energy or blockages in your aura and your energy system. So it's really simple to do, and even if you're a busy mum or a busy person at work, I managed to do the school run, and then what I tend to do is stop off on a local park or come back to my garden or in the house and do this before I start my work or whatever I'm doing that day. The first thing I want to show you is the tennis ball. Now, this is something that I picked up in a yoga class, and I also want to say thank you to Donna Eden, who has also shown me a lot of these techniques. I've learnt them through YouTube and watching some of her seminars. So you can look up Donna Eden online and on YouTube, and there's some really great stuff that Donna does. So this routine is really a mixture of things that I have learned over the years from yoga, kinesiology, Reiki, crystal therapy. So the tennis ball is really great because, as you probably know, in our feet we have a lot of points that relate directly to the body. So the feet are like a map of the body's systems and organs. And by pressing on those points, you can release toxins and energy blockages. So take a tennis ball or a similar size ball, put it on the floor, and hopefully you'll be able to see my feet from here just about. And what I do in the mornings is I just roll the ball across my foot, in the arch of my foot, on the sides, on the ball of my foot, on the heel. And actually it's really good for your core as well, because you're kind of stood on one leg while you do this, so you need to hold in your core. So use your breath at the same time. And you will notice there are certain areas of your foot that are more tender than others, and this will indicate that there could be energy blockages or tension in the body relating to that part of the foot. So it's just a really lovely way to kind of wake you up first thing. Swap over to the other foot so that you're balanced and you've done both feet. And again, just really enjoy the sensation of releasing any kind of tension. And just trust intuitively that wherever you need to focus on is right for you that day, and it will feel different every day, which is also really interesting. So that's the tennis ball to get us started. So the next exercise is the switching points, and this is used in kinesiology a lot and acupuncture. So it's working on some of the points, the acupuncture or acupressure points in the body. What I want you to do is place one hand, whichever feels more comfortable for you, on your belly, and then take your first finger and second finger and make a V and place them in between or either side of your lips and rub. So while you do this, you should be doing it quite firmly and feel your teeth against your lips as you rub, and rub for as long as you want to. Use your breath while you're doing it, and what this does is it balances your top and bottom, above and below in your body. So if you find, for example, you're feeling a little bit up and down emotionally, it could be an indicator that you need more balance in your life in that way, and this can help. It can also, an indicator can be if you're writing and you find that you're muddling up your D's and P's, that can indicate that your switching points are out for up and above. Some mornings I feel I need it more than others, so it'll be different each day. The next one, keep the hand where it is, and then what I'd like you to do is take your thumb and your first finger and find your collarbones. About an inch below, you'll feel two dips, and rub those points, rub those dips, again using breath. And this is balancing your left and right side. This is also related to the kidney acupressure points and meridian lines, and the kidneys can indicate emotional connections to do with worry, not knowing which way to turn in life. So if you're going through a transition and these points that you're pressing now are tender, that can be a correlation to that kind of emotion. And then the final one of the switching points, leave the hand where it is and then put your 2 fingers, first and second finger, and find your coccyx bone, and then a couple of inches above that you'll find that you've got a flatter area of your back, and it's kind of a padded area of flesh there, and pressing quite hard, and then just wiggle anywhere you want to really. And this is balancing your front and back, and it's important for, you know, if you don't know, if you feel confused in life about which way to go, or is something holding you back and preventing you from moving forward in your life, you could feel that you need to spend more time here. They're really simple, and you can do these any time during the day. So if you're feeling confused, if you're feeling you're bumping into things, anything like that, then do those switching points. So the next one is similar to this again, and I actually just do these to reinforce everything that we've just done. So Donna Eden calls these, I think, the 4 taps or the 4 thumps. So what we're going to do is use our fingers, and we're going to tap onto our cheekbones. There are more acupressure points here, and this can really help vitalize you for the day ahead. Again, remember to use your breath while you're doing it. Usually breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. So the next one, again, we're going to come to those dips beneath the collarbones. So you can either use the thumb and first finger, or you can tap here as we did on the cheekbones, but in those dips. And you might find that because you're tapping or thumping, it's actually a little bit more tender than before when we did the switching points. And that means you need more of this, so that's good. Use one hand again with the fingers clasped, and then thump in the middle of the chest. Now this is where the thymus gland is, and so it's really good to activate this, because what it will do is boost your immune system. It will encourage your body to make more white blood cells, the fighting blood cells, and help fight any bugs that you might be around in the environment. So that's a really good one. Again, do it for as long as you feel. And then the last tap or thump is, again, the fingers clenched like this, and find, for ladies, your kind of bra line, for men just a bit below the armpit area at the side of the ribs, and wiggle these points. Now here there are more acupressure points, but this is more to do with the release of toxins. So if one side is tender, it could be that your body is detoxing at the moment, but by rubbing these points, it will encourage your body to detox and get rid of anything unwanted. So that's a really good one as well. So those are the 4 thumps or the 4 taps. The next one I like to call the Trapezius Sweep, and this is really great for getting rid of anything in your aura that you might have kind of cluttered up together from stresses and strains of the other past days. So take one hand and put it on your trapezius muscle, the top of your shoulders, and press down quite firmly. And this feels quite nice anyway. And then once you do that, breathe in, breathe out, and sweep down. And sweep down. Do this for as many times as you want, and it's really good for getting rid of those things in your aura. And if you've got a friend, they can actually do it on the back for you as well. So the next one is the crossover march, and this is with a similar idea, crossing over the body, because actually our energy systems do naturally need to cross over in order to work really well. So with this one, you're doing an exaggerated march, and you're lifting a knee, and the opposing hand is coming to the knee. So try and do it mindfully, so use your breath. And what I like to do is really reach up and kind of imagine my aura around me, and I'm bringing it down in an arch. Try and breathe out of your mouth on the out breath. You can also, if you're quite flexible, put your elbow to your knee. So that's a really good one for, again, getting the energetic systems to work and flow well in the body. The next one is the Wayne Cook. Ideally, you would have a seat to sit on here, but I'm going to attempt to do it on the floor to show you, or actually what I might even do is stand, which is going to be even harder, but ideally you sit on the edge of your bed or on a seat. So you would be in this position, and what you would then do is bring your left leg across your bent right leg like this, and you'll be seated. And then your opposite hand to whichever leg you've brought up, put on your ankle. Then the other hand put underneath and grab the sole of your foot. And what you're going to do is breathe in as you push your chest forward and bring the leg, slide it up the thigh of the bent leg. Okay, so I'll demonstrate, and breathe out through your mouth on the out breath. Okay, and then you will swap sides. So I'm going to do this one from the side angle to show you. So you'll be seated, bring the other leg over, and the opposite arm to the leg that is bent on your ankle, the other arm weave through and on the sole of the foot. And try not to wobble if you're stood like this. Obviously, if you're sat down, you'll be able to bring your chest forward a lot more in that motion. It was a little tricky for me on the grass because it's uneven here. Now this Wayne Cook energy exercise is really great for getting clarity of mind. It's again working on the principle of the energies crossing in the body and getting them working in that correct pattern or format. Once you've done that on both sides, you then take your thumbs and you place them in, there's little dips in between your eyebrows, just at the start of your eyebrows. And you might even notice that they are a little bit tender and they want to wiggle. And then make your hands into, your fingers into a triangle. So again, use your breath here. And actually, even by me doing that, and I'm not sat down, so I'm bending for you, I could feel a real sense of calm and clarity starting to come through me. So really great for if you've had some news which has made you feel emotional. People have reported that if they do that, they actually stop crying. They're able to reconcile their emotions better. And also if you're doing an exam, we've got to really focus on some work. It's really good to do that whole process. So both legs followed by this. So the next one is the crown pull. So you have just completed the end of the Wayne Cook, which is the triangle. Then bring your fingertips to the center of your forehead, and to complete the Wayne Cook, actually, you want to drag your fingers to your temples and sweep away. And then the crown pull exercise continues from there. And you press in strongly in the middle of your skull, moving outwards. And what you're doing, you're creating space in your skull all the way down. Imagine a line drawn from the centre of your forehead, down the centre of your skull, all the way to the back of your neck. And you're pressing in with your fingers and sweeping out. What this does is it creates space in your skull with intention. And our minds, our brains need to work. They can only work efficiently if there is space for the blood and the lymph to flow. And if there is space, all of those liquids can then flow nice and easily, and we get better clarity of thought, better focus, and bring them down to your neck, over the vertebrae. And then to finish off, you want to place both hands on your shoulders, press down, breathe in, breathe out and let go. Okay, great. So next one, this one is called the Heaven and Earth exercise, and it's one of the oldest, most traditional energy exercises recorded. So what you'll be doing is rubbing your hands together to energize the chakras in your palms of your hand. Place both hands on your thigh. Breathe in and bring your hands to Namaste. Then you will reach up high with one hand and reach low with the other with flat palms. And you pause at the top, so you inhale as you reach up with a flat hand to the sky and the other flat hand to the earth. Pause your breath, and then when you release, you breathe out. Come back to Namaste and repeat. The greater the stretch, the better. But don't obviously hurt yourself, so hold in your core as you do this. And you can speed up a little bit and get in a flow. And on the last one, hang down as you breathe out. Take a few breaths here and take it as an opportunity to do a little bit of a hamstring pull, or stretch rather. So keep one leg straight and then bend slightly the other knee, and you'll notice in the leg that's straight you'll have a nice stretch down the hamstring at the back of the leg. Take a breath in and then repeat on the other side. Now I know that my right leg is much tighter and I can really feel the difference here, so that's quite interesting in itself. Return to your hanging position, and now what I'd like you to do is called an infinity sweep. That's what I like to call it. You're going to come back up with your breath, you're breathing in and you're making an infinity 8 shape with your hands. Now what that does, the figure of 8 shape acts as a glue. It's cohesive with your overall body energy, so it binds everything together, which is a really, really lovely exercise to do. Okay, so we're nearly there. The last few are about hooking up your energy and zipping you up for protection. So once we've done the infinity sweep, which does connect you to everything around you and pulls all your energy together, we're going to do a hookup. So this is using one hand and the fingers placed at the navel button, and then the other one in the centre of your forehead above your eyes at the third eye. So the reason we do this is there is a meridian line, energy line, that goes up the centre of the body called the central meridian line, and there is another governing meridian point that runs down your spine. So we're connecting those two energy lines. So what I'd like you to do with your fingers here is press quite firmly, and as you breathe in, pull up inside. And you can do this several times. And pause. You may find, I quite often find I want to yawn when I do this, and this is because it actually encourages you to take in oxygen, because it's a very vital energy exercise. So it's connecting those two meridian lines, the central and the governing line. and it creates a spiral of energy inside your body. Okay, so we're now going to go for what we call the hookup, and this, sorry, we've just done the hookup, we're going to do the zip up rather. So this is where we're going to zip up all your chakras in your body. Your chakras are placed along the centre line of your body, and there are 7 main ones. So I'd like you to imagine with your fingers that you're zipping up all your chakra points, and you're pressing beneath your bottom lip. And then you're taking your hands and imagining you're locking with a virtual locking key and throwing away the key. And what this does is it locks your chakras so that you are not taking on any stress or negativity from the outer world. It's important because the point just beneath your bottom lip, the whole line is about suggestion, and it's used in hypnotherapy. So by making sure that is sealed up, if you like, you're not taking anything on from the outer world. I sometimes like to even bring this point up to my lips, lock it, and then further lock it above my crown, because we also have a crown chakra and chakras further up from the top of the head as well. The final ones are some additions that I've brought in, which I think are really beautiful. So the first one is the idea of the assemblage point. Now, this has been said to be where your soul resides in your aura. What I'd like you to do is rub your hands so you activate your chakras, which help you to sense energy, and trust this and practice it and enjoy it. So I'd like you to breathe in. Feel your with your arms, imagine your aura around you. Bring your hands in front of you. Now the assemblage point typically is in front of your chest area, but for different people it could be close to the body or far away. So I'd like you to just sense with your hands. It's a bit like when you put opposing batteries together, you get that kind of force going on. You can start to feel that with your hands. And this is universal life force energy, which we're taught in Reiki. Now, for some reason, I'm not really going to question it, but my assemblage point tends to be about here. And I don't know why, but I just know, because that feels right to me. So play around with this over a number of mornings and you will get to know where your assemblage point is, but it can also move. Now, when you're here, I want you to take some breaths and take some time to imagine what is the essence of you, your soul. So what you might like to do is imagine a colour that you associate with your soul, an image, something that you're fond of or that encapsulates you as a person. It might even be a fragrance of some sort, flowers or fruit or something. And breathe into that idea. So we're just going to do that for a few seconds. Hopefully you will feel a calmness arrive, a connection, a knowing. And once you have that, bring your soul assemblage point into your heart chakra at your chest with both hands laid over each other. Dip your head, breathe. And what I'd now like you to do is imagine the number 0.1. This is because 0.1 hertz is the frequency that our planet has scientifically been proven to resonate at. And it's also been proven that our hearts resonate at the very same frequency, 0.1 hertz. This is why people talk about all being one. All is one. And if we are able to connect with our heart energy and project that out to the earth, then we can help to heal our planet Earth, and our planet Earth can help to heal us. There is a connection and a synergy. When I've done this on my own, I've found a real peace in doing this, and it's really beautiful. So I'd really encourage you to trust your intuition. I know it might seem a bit odd, but just trust what feels right. Once you've done that and you've got that connection, bring your hands up to your brain, because in an ideal world, our brains would also resonate at 0.1 hertz. They don't always, they can, but we're often very busy thinking and analysing, so they resonate at a much higher frequency, which is great for getting things done. But what you really want is to bring that resonance down to a more meditative brainwave state. So what I like to do with intention is try and remind my soul, my heart and my brain to resonate at that 0.1 hertz. Okay, so that is it. And the last thing I do, just to get me ready for the day, after I've done this lovely, lovely routine, is I like to just do a sweep in my aura. So like you see people do at the gym, just swing. So you're keeping your feet planted and grounded. You'll notice that for the whole of this routine I've been barefoot on the grass, and the reason for that is it's really important to earth whenever you can, because we gain healing and energy from the earth, the planet. And we all wear rubber shoes nowadays, and even yoga mats are rubber, so actually that insulates us from all of this lovely healing. So earth as much as you can. I'm sure it's why on holiday we all feel so much better. Yes, the break is good, but it's because we walk barefoot more on the beach. So let your arms kind of swing around your hips, and it's a nice kind of stretch anyway. And there we go, you can take it higher. Thank you for listening. It was a bit longer than 10 to 15 minutes because I've described everything for you, but I really hope that you can integrate this into your morning routine or any time during the day, and I hope you feel the benefits. Thank you for watching.